As I came away from the church, I saw by the old bridge a cluster of girls from the village who, probably because it was Sunday, were standing about in their best clothes, rallying the young men who went past, not so well dressed as the others, but seeming to enjoy some ascendancy over them, for she scarcely answered when they spoke to her. With a more serious and a more determined air, there was a tall one who, hoisted upon the parapet of the bridge, with her feet hanging down, was holding on her lap a small vessel full of fish, which she had presumably just been catching. She had a tanned complexion, gentle eyes, but with a look of contempt for her surroundings. A small nose, delicately and attractively modelled. My eyes rested upon her skin, and my lips, had the need arisen, might have believed that they had followed my eyes. But it was not only to her body that I should have liked to attain. There was also her person, which abode within her, and with which there is but one form of contact, namely to attract its attention, but one sort of penetration, to awaken an idea in it. And this inner self of the charming fisher girl seemed to be still close to me. I was doubtful whether I had entered it, even after I had seen my own image furtively reflect itself in the twin mirrors of her gaze, following an index of refraction that was as unknown to me as if I had been placed in the field of vision of a deer. But just as it would not have sufficed that my lips should find pleasure in hers, without giving pleasure to them also, so I should have wished that the idea of me, which was to enter this creature, was to fasten itself in her, should attract to me not merely her attention, but her admiration, her desire, and should compel her to keep me in her memory until the day when I should be able to meet her again. Meanwhile, I could see, within a stone's throw, the square in which Madame de Villeperzis's carriage must be waiting for me. I had not a moment to lose, and already I could feel that the girls were beginning to laugh at the sight of me, thus held suspended before them. I had a 5-franc piece in my pocket. I drew it out, and, before explaining to the girl the errand on which I proposed to send her, so as to have a better chance of her listening to me, I held the coin for a moment before her eyes. "Since you seem to belong to the place," I said to her, "I wonder if you would be so good as to take a message for me. I want you to go to a pastry cook's, which is apparently in a square, but I don't know where that is, where there is a carriage waiting for me. One moment, to make quite sure, will you ask if the carriage belongs to the Marquise de Villeperzis? But you can't miss it, it's a carriage and pair." That was what I wished her to know, so that she should regard me as someone of importance. But when I had uttered the words Marquise and carriage and pair, suddenly I had a great sense of calm. I felt that the fisher girl would remember me, and I felt vanishing, with my fear of not being able to meet her again, part also of my desire to meet her. It seemed to me that I had succeeded in touching her person with invisible lips, and that I had pleased her, and this assault and capture of her mind, this immaterial possession, had taken from her part of her mystery, just as physical possession does.